Well, it's just part and parcel of it. If you're successful, you have to give back, and that's my mantra when I got sober in 1990, and it's been my mantra ever since. And you know, the two go hand in hand. If you get great success, then you have to offer something back.
Elton, Bernie, where would you be without each other?
So that's a testament. We love so much different music. I think there's not a genre of music we don't really like so much, and that's been the length and the longevity of our career has because the songs vary and the songs last because they cover different territories. Philadelphia Freedom is not like Burn Down the Mission. Daniel is not like Saturday Nights or Right for Fighting. There's a lot of different stuff.
Our palette is full of colors.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
Oh, I agree here. And right behind Mazer.
It's been the background of our lives. Excuse me. It's been the background of our lives. And it's huge. I think it's immeasurable, actually, that you evolve in the way that Elton has done throughout his life. He's lived his life in a hugely public way. He's taken huge risks. He seems to be very comfortable with his fame, and but he's used it in a way that has made massive global differences in really, really significant areas. You know, I mean, HIV and AIDS is a massive, massive challenge, and yet Elton was doing it, still doing it, saving lives, and that I have so much respect for him. You just cannot imagine. And then, of course, they stood there right at the front with the charge with David. I just think he's so spectacular, truly. I'll give you your song. I'll give you Daniel. I think I'll give you the whole catalogue, to be quite honest, because it's very complicated and very, very tricky thing. At first, of course, seeing what happened on October 7th was absolutely devastating. Also because I also knew that the history goes back a very long way. And even as I speak to you now, I'm very delicate because I really don't want my words to be taken out of context. I stand for humanity, for a humanitarian perspective, which goes right down the middle. I don't want to see mothers and babies decimated like this. How many thousands of people have been killed now? How many thousands? How many of them are young children? This is an obscenity. When they said never again, we should never be at this point. That never again is for everyone. Never again is for everyone. My heart is broken for the hostages, for their families, absolutely 100%. But that violence has to stop in terms of the scale that is taking place in Gaza. It's absolutely dreadful, dreadful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. What's the song that did it for you?
Someone Saved My Life Tonight is probably one of my favorite all-time songs, but I would say that actually I think that's one of the best songs ever written. So that's my favorite Elton John song. But the first one I ever heard that just knocked me over and made me realize people even wrote songs. Before I found Elton John and Bernie Taupin, I didn't really understand fully where songs came from. I was only 11, and I heard Skyline Pigeon. You know, turn me loose from your hands, let me fly to distant lands, over green fields, trees and mountains, flowers and forest fountains, and the words just flew off the page, and I knew that was going to be my job.
I love the deep cut. James, if you guys had to cover an Elton song on your next tour, what would it be?
Yeah.
That's sneaky.
That's a nice try.
Come on tour and see and find out.
Come on tour and see us.
I go to every tour.
Come out and see us on tour and you'll find out.
It's a surprise. Thanks, y'all.
I doubt we'll get him out on an encore to do something impromptu.
Usually it's photos first.
I should be able to, but I can't.